Bud Light is so boycotted.
Boycotts rarely work. That's what multiple experts said when beer drinkers took their shot at America's best-selling beer, Bud Light. But ever since transgender actress and TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney promoted Bud Light on her channel, week after week, beer sales plunged compared with the year before.
Bud shares had lost more than $5 billion in market cap.
Bud Light could lose its status as the nation's top-selling beer.
Modelo Especial is the new top-selling beer in America.
Anheuser-Busch plans to lay off hundreds of corporate employees.
There are two reasons the Bud Light boycott had the recipe for success, according to former Anheuser-Busch executive Anson Frericks. First, customers have options.
Everywhere you have Bud Light, you also have Coors Light, Miller Lite, Yingling. And for the vast majority of consumers, they can't really tell the difference in those brands. It's water, it's barley, it's hops. Really, the only thing that distinguishes those brands is its actual brand itself and what they stand for.
And second, boycotters are getting constant feedback that their actions are having an impact. It's not like when you boycott Target and have to wait 3 months for quarterly earnings.
But in the beer industry, there's data that's reported every single week from large retail data, Nielsen, IRI, etc., where they're reporting what the actual sales numbers are. So every week, there's this new news cycle that kicks off showing, is Bud Light down 25%? Is it down 30%? Is it down 27%? Which almost feeds on itself.
For instance, for the week ending July 22nd, nearly 3 months into the controversy, Bud Light sales volume is still down 29.3% compared with the year before, while Coors Light, Miller Lite, and Yingling all saw double-digit gains. Year to date, Bud Light is still the best-selling beer, but Modelo Especial is closing the gap. The boycott put a major dent in the parent company's earnings. On Thursday, Anheuser-Busch InBev said U.S. revenue fell by more than 10% last quarter, while U.S. operating profits dropped by nearly 30%. So how did the company still beat forecasts?
What people have to remember is that Anheuser-Busch InBev is a massive global organization where they have operations in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, and South America. The North American business unit really only accounts for about a third of the profits of the company. 2/3 of it is outside the US. And those business units outside the US are doing very well. That being said, the stock is still off 15% since this controversy happened, whereas the broader markets are up 15%. So even though they might be okay from a profitability standpoint globally, this has not been a good company from a shareholder perspective, as they've missed out on a lot of the market gains this year, and they've also missed out relative to many of their competitors.
Which means shareholders, like former Bud Light customers, aren't too happy with the brand.
We grow the barley that makes your beer.
I grow the rice.
I grow the hops.
A month ago, AB InBev launched a PR campaign highlighting the 65,000 Americans working behind the Bud Light brand. But it's done little to bring naysayers around.
To redeem themselves, Anheuser-Busch, they have to take clear accountability for why they got themselves into this mess in the first place. And the only way to do that is actually attack it head on, which is the one thing that they have not been doing.
Frericks, now president of the anti-ESG investment fund Strive, insists consumers want cold beer without a side of controversy. And that's what's keeping Bud Light sales swirling down the drain. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Simone Del Rosario.
Thanks for watching. In this time of media mistrust, Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. So to make sure you get journalism you trust, like and subscribe to Straight Arrow News below. It goes a long way in telling YouTube we're the kind of news you want to see more of. And for all of our content, go to our website at straightarrownews.com.